we started making names right away. And I loved it. I was robbing drug dealers, and taking their gold right off their neck. And the shit we did, who's going to call the police on you? A drug dealer?
I can identify with anything that was normal, to be honest with you. But I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah.
99% of the time, you're going to disagree.
Just like the Donnie Brasco situation with Lefty.
Yeah, because the reason why, they figure it this way. You brought this guy around, he ratted on everybody, now he ratted on you. You might turn around and join him and rat on us, so we get rid of you. There's no connection between there and there, and they get rid of you.
Welcome to Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got a guest joining me. It's going to take a couple minutes, so just waiting for him to get in here. Shout out to everybody. I want to wish everybody a happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I appreciate everyone who takes the time to watch my show. Claudio, what's up? Tracy, what's up? William Steele, Maureen, what's up, everybody? So I'm back. I got a good show for you guys today. So I want to go over something real quick. If you guys don't know, I help out at Brian's Angels, and I volunteer my time there when I can. And somebody went there the other day and robbed it. They robbed $40,000 worth of socks that they were going to give away. It says Brian's Angels Homeless Outreach has suffered a theft of thousands of socks that would have lasted the program nearly a year. This is not the first time the program had a report of a theft days before leading up to Christmas, as someone in 2019 stole over 30 or 40 gift cards that should have been distributed throughout the city to the homeless population to get a cup of coffee or a hot meal. I want the person caught, because this is ridiculous. Pat Stebbin, who enlisted the outreach group after her son died in 1998 following a period without a home. She said most recent theft, the socks were discovered missing Friday. They were in a storage pod. She said about 14,000 pairs of socks were stolen, and it added up to $40,000. How are you, Angel? So I'm going to be going shopping tomorrow, and you guys will see all this footage. Hopefully my daughter, I can pry her off the couch to come with me. You know how teenagers are. But either way, I'm going to make it happen. It's going to be a great thing. But this is crazy. Like, who would go and steal stuff like this around Christmas time? So they must have had a truck, because it was tons of boxes, like from the floor to the ceiling in this storage unit. So someone backed up a truck there and just loaded it with all the stuff, all the socks. Crazy. Insane. Like, there's obviously people out there that don't have a heart around Christmas time to do something like this. It's like ridiculous. It really is. What kind of dirtbag steals socks for the homeless? It's insane, man. So I got a good show for you guys today. I got a guest that's going to be joining me, and we're going to be talking about some things that have been going on. Craziness has been going on the internet. I can't wrap my head around some of it, but people like that sort of thing, I guess. What's up, Steven? How are you? Claudio, Tracy. I got a lot of things in the works, too. Wait till you guys see these interviews I've been doing. I've been stacking them up. I got some big names coming in, people. You guys are going to be quite surprised at the names I have. But I want to give a big shout out to this guy, Frank, up in Springfield at the social club. So Frank was on a video talking about, you can't talk about this social club unless you were in it, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Frank, are you forgetting, Frank? I was there, Frank. Remember? When you and all them other guys in there were running your mouth about Arulata being a rat. Do you remember that, Frank? You said there's two sides to every story, and then there's the truth. So there's the truth. When I went to this social club, they were rat this, rat that, Arulata. So what do you got to say to that, Frank? I got video if you want me to prove it. But, you know, I just gotta make you put your sock in your mouth. Real quick. Have a happy holiday, Frank. So, now all this crazy shit that's been going on. Shout out to Anthony Ramundi. All this crazy shit that's been going on. If you guys don't know, Arulata was the mob boss of Springfield, allegedly. Ended up committing murders, ordering my Bruno hit at his own social club. You see this social club, right? You see this picture of Bruno, right? You see the background? Who do we got here? He's in the same social club doing an interview. Right where he had the guy murdered. Now tell me that's not blatant disrespect? I don't know what is. Like, around Christmas time, to do that to the family? I mean, you know, it's one thing to want to tell the truth and all this other shit, but you guys are like spinning the narrative. And I think it's blatant disrespect and it's bullshit. And I don't fear you guys. None of you. Now, you guys can attack me. You guys attack me personally. You try to do that. It's cool. You can do that all you want, but I'm coming out with facts. And the fact is, cowards. And they should be ashamed of themselves. Straight up. Anyone with half a brain would see the hypocrisy in the whole shit. It's insane. And then there's other people running around like they're somebodies. It's insane. It's funny. I think it's fucking hilarious. But we're going to talk about some other people today. We're going to talk about this guy. What's he doing right there? He's cooperating. Now, his big narrative is, I was going to cooperate because John Gotti was going to put it all on me, right? He was going to testify because John Gotti was going to put it on me. What about all these people, Sammy? Were all these guys going to go against you too? You cooperate against all of these people. So I don't want to hear your bullshit. It's bullshit, the shit you say. It really is. You are a rat, man. It's the bottom line. Like when you do your videos, here, let me show you something, Sammy. And then we'll circle back to Springfield, okay? Let me show you something. Because this shit's hilarious. Now, listen to this shit.
I'm Sammy the Bull, and I'm a fucking gangster.
No, you should be saying, I'm a Sammy the Rat, and I'm a Mafia rat. That's what you should be introducing yourself as. Number one, right there.
Protects the neighborhood. Protects the society, a secret brotherhood.
You mean kills underage children? Alan Kaiser protects the community. You were taking businesses from people and killing people. You were a disgrace to the community. Then you get out after you ratted and you have your family involved with drugs. Like, make me make sense of this, Sammy.
That's what the gangster does. What is going on in society today? How does one group control the whole country? You might ask.
How does one rat think he's telling some truth? How? How when it's blatant bullshit, Sammy? Like, you know just as well as I do, Sammy. I have an old acquaintance that's going to be joining me any minute. Hey, Fistful, to the bathroom you go, bitch. Peace out. Rest in peace to Alan Kaiser. Still drugs the kids with his family. Like, who does that? Who does that? Like, really? What's good, Bruno? How are you? I'm doing great, man. Schmiegel. Westies, what's up, man? How are you? I'm doing great. I appreciate all of you guys coming in and seeing me. So this is Schmiegel. Let's hear him talk his Mafia bullshit.
It's that question. They run part of the news media, part of Hollywood. A different group, whether they're Republicans, Democrats, or whatever. You're in business, your business failed. Don't worry about it. Go in business again. This time you're going in with strategy, with knowledge. And I'm down.
Don't worry about it. Just kill your business partner. You won't have to worry about anything, you know? Just tell on them. And if anything happens, you just tell on them. Why not? That's what all these guys seem to think it is. Like, it's insane. Just tell on them. Like, this dude was at the top. He led these other guys to go kill this dude. He led these other guys to go kill these other people. And then he cooperates against the people that killed him? Make me understand this. Please. Make me understand this list, Sammy, of all the people you cooperated against that were your brothers. You're a gangster, right? This is what gangsters do, right, Sammy? Tell the fucking truth, Sammy. It's crazy, man. The hypocrisy is insane. But it's cool because a lot of people, they listen to the bullshit. And anyone that follows this bullshit and believes it, I mean, I can understand if you're blindsided and you don't know any better, but you know now. I'm showing you facts. This dude killed a child. Alan Kaiser was 16 years old, walking home from school. Sammy the Bull shot him with a shotgun. I believe it was a shotgun. Right in the road. And then, make things worse, Sammy the Bull comes on here and says he committed suicide. He ran at the guy with the gun, and then he blames it on somebody else. Shows you what kind of man Sammy the Bull is. And yeah, he got his fan club, just like all these other jerk-offs have their fan clubs, right? All these other jerk-offs have their little fan clubs. It's cool, man. You guys can run around with these dudes claiming you're something, but the bottom line is they cooperated. They are rats. Tell the truth. Don't act like you're something you're not, man. Once you cooperate, all that mob shit is gone, man. I hate to break it to you. I don't need permission. Thanks. I don't know. What do you got? A video you did or something? Yeah, the rat team. Like, I don't know. They think it's cool. It's cool. I mean, yeah, if you look up to these guys, then just call it like it is, man. So what is Chattin with Staxx about tonight? It's about the Mafia rejects. And happy holidays to everybody, man. I appreciate everyone who supported me. Shout out to Ori Spado. He's got a big project in the works. Go pick up his book, The Accidental Gangster. It's a pretty good book. Go check it out. Yeah, not copyright strike me. I'm not worried about it. Really. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. We're just waiting on this person to come in, and he's gonna explain some things. Of first off, I want to play you guys a little video. Let me get the video. Rest in peace to Alan Kaiser, and rest in peace to Frankie Boy. And thank you to everybody who donated towards the toy drive. I really appreciate it. Things are really going to be good this year. It's going to be great. Hopefully I can outrun the storm that's supposed to be hitting. I guess it's an ice storm or something supposed to be hitting tomorrow. I don't really know. But I have so many things going on. It's insane. But they're all positive things. And I am going to stay on the positive path. I don't care about none of these people. They can attack me. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Like, I'm saying I'm not afraid of you. And if that somehow makes you feel threatened, so be it. But make sure you come after the right person. Okay? That's all I got to say. Shout out to Blood on the Razor Wire TV. Shout out to Joseph P. Langdon. Shout out to Angelia Bianca, Ciro DePazio, Crime and Entertainment. Shout out to Anthony Ramundi. Shout out to Angel Gotti, Marla, MRE Lee. Shout out to Chicky and Damien. Shout out to Loomis. Shout out to Partners in Crime podcast. If you guys didn't see, we did an interview type thing about my life. It's a podcast. It came out really good. Go check it out. It's on Partners in Crime podcast. There's 2 parts. There's really 3 parts to it, but I only put up 2 so far. But the other part, I got a big surprise for you for the other part. But go check it out. It's already has 60,000 views. Like, obviously, I sparked somebody's interest. And I have some deals in the works. Can't talk about, but everything is great. Working on a positive level. Not worried about bullshit. Shout out to Stevie Bullet. Shout out to James Forney. Everybody out there in Chicago. Shout out to Mike Appa. Thank you for the donation. Shout out to Justice Tech Pros. All the real ones out there, man. For real. It's been a great year. It really has. Even going out to Minnesota, coming back, experiencing everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. The bottom line is I wasn't using. I didn't use drugs. I didn't drink. And I am happy where my life is. And it's only up from here. And I appreciate everyone who's on my side. Not even on my side. Like, I appreciate everyone who takes interest in my show. And I have a lot of content to bring you guys. I'm going to start telling you guys a bunch of different stories of personal things that I've been through, from when my father passed away to when going to prison, the first time going to prison, getting out, relapsing, going all over the country on some crazy adventures. I'm going to explain to you how I made it back alive. So that should be good. The show keeps getting better, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. And big shout out to Jose Zay from Mugshot Monday, man. That's my boy. We're going to do big things. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. If anyone wants to jump on here, be my guest. But I got to blow my nose. And I got to shut that off for a second. If anyone wants to jump on, just click the link. Going out there and DJing with all these people and meeting all these celebrities and doing the things that I was doing this year was incredible. It's something that I didn't think that was possible. But look what I did. I went all the way out to Minnesota, bought 2 cars. I had 3 different jobs, and I held them down 3 months straight. Like, and I was kind of like seeing it like if that was something I wanted to do as like a full-time a full-time thing is be a DJ and working at these strip clubs and being an announcer and this and that. But that's not the route I want to go. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Hey, what's going on, Staxx? Good, good show.
thank you, man. What's up, Zebby? Shout out to Zebby. What's up with you, bro?
Oh, nothing. I was just watching this. I like how you put the Schmiegel and young Schmiegel up too, with the happy patch with the fake hair. It amazes me. Shame on that social club for letting these stool pigeons in their club. Like, shame on you people. What's wrong with these people?
It's no longer a social club. Right when you set foot in the door, it's not a social club anymore. It's just a fucking rat hang. It's a rat nest now.
Yeah, literally. They should be ashamed of themselves. Like letting these people in these clubs, like, and it should show the government too. What's these stool pigeons? They just want to keep on acting like gangsters and stuff. That's all they keep on doing. So they're not changed men. Just picture that filthy stool pigeon in front of that judge, how he was talking. I want to change. I'm changed.
Please don't put me in jail. I won't smoke another cigar. I promise.
I won't smoke no more cigars. Don't put me in the can. But soon as they let these little stool pigeons out, what do? They try to relive this gangster lifestyle. It's just pathetic. They're clowns.
Yeah.
They're not scaring nobody. These guys are all cowards and losers and filthy stool pigeons.
And everyone that supports them too. Like,
yeah,
listen,
how can you? If you look up to a filthy stool pigeon, you got some issues, anyways.
I'm not the toughest dude on the block. You know, I'm not. And I never claimed to be. And I'm not up here trying to be this mob guy. I never claimed to be a mob guy. I like to interview people. I like to bring people's stories to everyone and see what you guys think of them. That's what I'm here
you
to
do that. But then they make threats. Then people like that, like Tonto, all these idiots, they'll make threats and try to intimidate and scare people, but they really don't scare nobody.
And that's okay. I'm supposed to what? Just be quiet, not say anything. Like this dude's on a major podcast talking shit about me. And if I'm a nobody, why is he even talking about me for?
Oh, because you triggered him. You got him triggered.
Dude's on Cinemills. He was on Cinemills talking shit about me. I'm a small guy, small podcast.
Oh, because you got him triggered. You told the truth on him. And when you tell the truth on these guys, it triggers them because the truth hurts.
Yeah, these rats are way tougher once they think the government's backing them up. But honestly, I don't think the government's backing them on a lot of shit.
Well, in certain ways, yeah, but in certain ways, they'll have to penalize them sometimes. But trust me, these guys are unlike anyone else. Like, no matter what they do, when they go in front of that judge, they've got some Fed handler or somebody there, or the judge remembering what they did. So they will get leeway before anybody else in the court system.
But one thing I don't understand is, so say if a guy cooperates, right, and he doesn't tell him about a murder he committed, and they find out there's a murder that he committed that he didn't tell when he cooperated. Normally, that person, they would destroy his deal,
Yes.
Go back to prison. They would, right?
They did that to Bobby DeLuca. Exactly. That's just what they did, is what you're speaking of. They did it to Bobby DeLuca, and they ripped him out of the program.
What about Sammy the Bull?
Sammy Schmiegel gets special Schmiegel treatment from the government. Like, put it this way, even when he was selling drugs in Arizona, do you know that the Arizona State Police would not let the Fed, you know this, they wouldn't even let the Feds know they were building a case on him, because the Feds would have swooped in and saved little Sammy. They would have saved Schmiegel. Without a doubt.
Yeah, because he was going around saying, "Oh, I'm Schmiegel. I'll put you in the desert," and blah, blah, blah. Using his family to roll around as his muscle.
Yes, and he would have literally got away with it. If the Feds would have knew that that indictment was coming down, the Feds would have came in and warned him the whole nine. He would have probably ran, whatever. Who knows? But I know that these states don't want to deal with them. Like, they get these bums out there, and they're still trying to roll on with their wannabe gangster lifestyle. It's pathetic. And Schmiegel's a king rat.
You know the guy Jay Dobbins I just had on a little while ago. The guy who
I've heard of him before. I've seen one thing on, I think it was Gangland with him years ago.
Yeah, he was an ATF agent, so he wasn't like a person on the street pretending to be somebody else.
That was his job. Yeah, that was his job, to infiltrate groups and stuff. Yeah, that was his job.
Yeah, so people calling him a rat and all this shit. What's the difference between him and this guy? There's big difference. There's a
There's a
huge
big
difference between this guy who had a job to do versus Sammy the Bull who had a job to do but decided not to deal with the penalties and cooperates.
Yeah, like we all know that there's cops and then there's robbers, and what's their job to do is to catch people and infiltrate people and stuff like that. That's their job. I don't agree with it, but hey, that's the role. That's the game. You know, you're always gonna have. So I wouldn't consider that guy a rat. I would just consider him a fed. You know, and that's his job. That was his whole job, is to get in. And I don't know too much about the guy, but I seen it on Gangland. He infiltrated biker groups and stuff like that. But that's what do you think feds are supposed to do? Now, same with Joe Pistone. Now, I don't like Stoney Brasco at all, Joe Pistone, and he did a lot of crimes. But I don't like what he did was he did a lot of crimes as an undercover or whatever you call it, undercover guy. He did a lot of crimes and a lot of bad stuff, and they just looked over that.
Yeah,
They
kind of
really
like Greg
did.
Scarpa, letting them just keep
Yeah.
doing whatever. And who else?
Oh, there's a lot. Whitey Bulger, Scarpa.
Whitey, yeah.
These guys had their little handlers were like the bosses and their little family. They would keep money. There was a lot of corrupt stuff that goes on with these handlers and their informants. And they let them get away with murder.
No, the funny thing is, there's certain people who are active who hang out with rats, and then but behind closed doors, they're like, "Oh, hey, buddy," but right when he leaves, fucking rat, fuck. That's exactly what it is.
Down with those guys, it's ridiculous. To sit next to some stool pigeon.
I mean, I'm not accepting it, and I'm not sharing air with these people, and I don't give a fuck. And
No, I don't blame you.
And I ain't running from none of them. I ain't scared of none of them. You put no fear in nothing. You fucking bunch of stool pigeon rat fucks, and you ain't ever gonna be shit. And I'm gonna be on my path. I didn't cooperate. You did, motherfucker.
Yeah. They hate that. They hate the fact that they cooperate. And they try to find these little gimps and groupies and mob groupies online that will overlook the fact that they're stoolies and treat them like they're still mob guys and stuff. It's some weird stuff. It's called LARPing. You know, like people dress up like I sort of do too. Dress up in armor and shit and go to Renaissance fairs, like goofy stuff like that. You know, that's what they're doing. They're LARPing as gangsters with cigars and fedoras. It's weird, but
this is what all that gangster shit will get you. It'll get you Christmas in prison, and all that gangster shit. Yeah, that was me.
What year is that?
Back in '97, I think '97 or '98.
Oh wow, you must have been a teenager, dude.
Yeah, man, I was young when I first went to prison. I was like 16. Well, I was 15 when I first went for the YO shit, stealing cars. And then once I got arrested with a gun, I went from the youth thing, and I turned 18. They transferred.
Oh,
I turned 17. Yeah, from youth to the adult shit, and then I started spending time.
No, I want to ask you, how many adult prisons are there in Connecticut?
I think.
Because I know there's Danbury, but that's a federal prison now for women, I believe, right?
I think there's I've been to 8. I think there's I don't know. Let me check. I can tell you right now.
Because we only got one in Rhode Island. We got the ACI. Well, we do got a federal holding place in what you call it? Say near Pawtucket. I can't even think of the friggin' town. Wyatt. It's called the Wyatt in Central Falls. There we go. Central Falls, the Wyatt. So we got the Wyatt, which is a federal holding place, and the ACI.
Oh, there's 18 correctional facilities in Connecticut. There's 18.
Wow. That's pretty tall. Connecticut's a lot bigger than Little Rhodey, but still, that is a lot.
It's about half the size, right?
No, way big. No, you guys, you could probably fit 5 Rhode Islands in Connecticut.
Yeah, there's 18. It says there's 18 correctional facilities, 5 of which currently closed due to 20-plus year low in offender population. 12 hold adult male offenders, 1 hold teen male offenders. That's Little Cheshire, where I was.
And that was the training school, like, because we have the training school in Rhode Island, only one called the training school.
They call it MYI. It's Manson Youth Institution, and it's man, it's like a little prison.
Yeah, we have the training school. It's called. It's the same as that, but the training school right next to the ACI in Cranston. But
There's
our
like
state's
cottages.
small.
There's cottages. This place.
No, oh no, there's no cottage. It just looks like a little mini prison, basically.
Yeah, these have like long corridors, cells. The first cell, first day I walked in there, they said we're gonna kill the white boy in 6th cell. I'm like, I'm the white boy in 6th cell. I'm like, fuck. I'm all sharpening my little plastic spork on the ground and shit. And when I go outside, nobody does shit. Nothing. I'm like, what's up?
I probably just said that to see what you were made of, see if it would scare you or something.
This is what the cells look like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is what the compound looks like. There's like 3.
Oh, it's pretty. Wow, it's huge compared to the ACI. It's big. Wow.
Yeah, those 2 on the left, that's A and B cottage, and then there's D, C, E, F. So
you ever see the ACI, the Adult Correctional Institution in Rhode Island?
No, I heard about it a lot.
It's small compared to that, but it's old though. It's old. Like Highside Max looks like an old like castle.
Let me see how far I did. I've been to Osborne's pretty crazy in Connecticut.
Well, people say Connecticut's got some wild spots, man. Hartford, New London. There's some wild spots in Connecticut. Like people think Connecticut's just like some like
rich place with all these rich people.
Yeah. Like, no, they have rich spots just like any other place, but there's some like real hardcore ghetto places too.
Oh, there's some major rich places that like are like, holy shit, man. I've never even seen them. You know, I didn't grow up with money like that.
But to the flip side, there's some real friggin' grimy, low down, dangerous places also.
It looks just like Kensington in some places. I'm gonna take some videos. I'm gonna go to Hartford or some places. Take some videos.
Yeah, there it is, right there. Yep, that's high side. That's Max right there.
That's what Osborne looks like.
All right, looks like that.
Yeah, but the doors, the cells are like not bars; they're just doors.
Just doors. Yeah, that's how the intake. And I've only been into. I only did 2.5 weeks in prison when I was 19, and I was in the intake facility. And the doors just buzzed open. We didn't have no cells because I was an intake. But in maximum, we have the cells like that, you know, in max.
New Haven is rough.
Yeah, of course it is.
Really rough. I wish I could tell you guys a story about what I just heard, but I can't. It's too fresh.
What else? New London, too. There's a lot of
spots. New London. I've been to a rehab in New London. I can tell you guys crazy stories about that place, man. So I was in New London in this rehab, and I was out. I had to look for a job. I was in like this, it was kind of like where you got to go to rehab every day, but then at nighttime you can like get a part-time job. So I was out looking for a job. I happened to pass this kid, right? It's dark, and there's like this, it's kind of like a green, you know, like like if you're going down uptown and they have like a green with a little park and shit.
Yep.
So he had that, right? That was at the town in the town that I was at. So I'm walking through this park, and this kid walks by me, and there's a group of guys in the park, and he walks, and it's kind of far away from me, and I see these guys jump on this guy. I'm not from there. I'm from Bristol. I'm in New London at this rehab. See him jump on this guy, but I'm like far away from him, and I walk over to this restaurant, and I get an application, and then I start walking back, and there's all these cops and shit, and an ambulance and all this shit, right? So they're putting the guy into the ambulance, and I just walk by and go to my house, to the drug house place I was staying at. Fill out the application. I go to the I go to the class that day. The next night, I walk through the same park, and I give the application to the people. And it was a pizza place, and it was for a dishwasher position. And they're like, "Yeah, we need to hire you because the guy that was working last night got murdered right in the park across the street."
Wow.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna work at this place, man." I was like, "Yeah, nah, I'm good, man." Because New London is a lot more dangerous than you think it is. There's a lot of drug addicts out there. There's drug programs. People run away from the programs. There's a lot of gang members. There's housing projects.
Yep,
People from the
homeless
city.
people, all kinds of crazy stuff. You got some big projects too. You got the high rises, right?
Yeah.
We used to have them in Providence. We used to have them called the Hartford Projects. Now there's one little high rise, the smallest high rises left, but there used to be 3 other ones, and they were huge. They took them down in the early 90s, though, but they're very similar to the ones in Hartford, though.
I was in Stonington in New London, and they have different off-campus housing. So I was mandated to go there for court. They sent me to this program. Everybody in there's doing drugs. I walk in there. It's like, guy on a weight bench pushing up cinder blocks and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? Dudes are all doing drugs in each room. It's like a trap
So
house.
it was supposed to be a halfway house, sort of?
Yeah. It's kind of like a drug program so that you
All
don't
right.
go to prison. I was catching
Okay.
dirty urines on probation. I kept getting dirties.
But
So
they're
they
all
made-
dirty in there anyways. Everybody's getting high in them places, basically. Anyway, sometimes even the
Yeah.
guy running the joint.
Yeah, so I linked up with the guy that was running it because I used to do music a lot, man. I used to record albums. There's albums out there of me rapping and all this stuff. And so he had a studio in the off-campus house. So I started running the studio for him. So me and him became friends. We made an album together. Shout out to Justice if he's watching, because he had a lot of time clean. He was running the house. He ended up leaving. Bunch of crazy things happened, but he even scheduled for us to do some rap concerts while I was at the program. We snuck out at night and went and did the show in Bridgeport, came back. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, it was some wild times. You got some houses like that over here. I can't say right now, about 20 years ago when I was picking my buddies up from getting out of the can and they would be in these halfway houses,
Yeah.
the same thing. Like, he'd be like, I can't stay here. I'm like, why? He's like, they're all getting high in there. I'm like, but wait, this is a halfway house. He's like, no, they're all getting high, including the guy running it is getting high in here. So he used to just like punch in and just leave.
Yeah,
He'd just go there for as many hours as he was supposed to and then just try to get out.
I seen the feds raid one of the houses. They raided a house that was in the drug program. Like, you're supposed to have like anonymity when you're in a program like that. And the cops raided the drug house. It was crazy. I was like, they're pulling people out of there, handcuffing them. People had warrants. They were arresting people. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, people don't realize how wild New England is. Like, like there's some wild spots in New England, man. From Boston to Providence to New London to Hartford, there's some crazy parts.
That's why I try to do my thing to help my community now. I volunteer at least twice a week. If I can. If I have time, I volunteer at least twice a week. I'll go down there and hand out hot meals. I'll help them sort out things. I'll do whatever I have to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, God bless you for it.
If more people would help their community, it wouldn't be as bad out there.
True, but most people are just too selfish and too absorbed in themselves to even to make an effort or anything. That's why we got this huge homeless problem.
Sobriety comes first with me, man, and then helping other people. And then,
Well, yeah, it's like they say when you're on a plane, they tell you, well, you're going down on a plane, do you put the oxygen mask on your child or yourself first? Most people were like, my child first. No, you put it on
yeah,
yourself first, so then you could properly put it on your child. And
yeah,
hey, God bless you, and good for you doing well with all that stuff.
yeah, man. So I got asked to speak for the United Way to children who are like in
Really?
situations where they're in bad situations. They want me to speak about sobriety and this and that, and I'm gonna do it, man.
Yeah, I'd go for it if I was you. Hell yeah, go for it, man.
Everyone
Without
knows
a doubt.
United Way. They pull a piece of your check out everyone donates, right? To United Way. They're
But
like,
when they want to speak to like middle school or high school kids or something,
I don't really know. They asked me to do it, and I was like, hell
that's
yeah.
what they're probably going to do. Probably have you go to like maybe middle schools or maybe high schools, stuff like that, or maybe even training schools.
Yeah. So tomorrow's the day I'm gonna be going and grabbing a bunch of toys from kids. It's gonna be a good day.
Nice. You did it last year too.
Yeah.
Yep, you did the same thing last year. So how many years in a row have you been doing that?
This is the second year.
This is the second year. Oh, God bless you for doing it, and great job for doing it.
Yeah, man.
I just
Kenneth,
wanted. I
what's
have
up,
to
bro?
take off.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Did I mute? Oh, yeah, I just
Nah,
want to
nah, I
say,
can't hear
great
you.
job with that. Keep you
Thank you, man.
keep exposing these Stool pigeons too, man.
Yeah.
Like Sammy, he's just a child killer. He tried to blame the shooting on Louis Melito. That didn't happen. Even Jimmy the Helmet said what happened. Sammy shot the kid, and he can lie and try to be a superhero all he wants. And young Schmiegel can go on these junkies channels and have cigars in his mouth and all that. He's not a gangster. He's just a rat, and that's all they are.
Don't look
And
up to
God
them
bless you,
guys.
Staxx. Thank you for having me on, and God bless the chat.
Thank you, man.
Bye bye.
Peace. Thank you, everyone. If anyone else wants to jump on, feel free. Angel, thank you so much for that donation. I really appreciate it. And thank you. You said you heard I became an uncle. Yeah, my sister had a baby. Shout out to my sister. She's doing great. The baby's doing great. Talia. I really couldn't be happier with everything. A lot of good videos are going to be dropping. I'm going to drop one tonight after I get off here. I'm going to upload a video for you guys. I know you guys said you didn't like the music in the last video, right? So I'm going to upload that video without the music on it. And I'm going to check out another clip of a video that I'm going to upload for you guys. Shout out to Ignacio Esteban, too. I have another one with him I'm going to be dropping. So much is going to happen this coming year. I'm so blessed. You guys are going to see me on TV screens, guaranteed, next year, 2023. It's going down. And forgive my fake Christmas tree over there making noise. You already know, man. You're a Zio. Yeah, man. Shout out to Zio. Shout out to Maddie. Shout out to Chicago. I got so many interviews to drop for you guys. And I have so many new people I'm going to introduce you to. Some of them are really big names that are from the past who I'm going to reignite for you guys. You guys will see who they are. You'll be like, wow, did not know he was still around. But that's what's going to happen. And it's going to be awesome. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if this dude's coming on. Give me 1 second, people. 5 more minutes, people. 5 more minutes, and the special guest is gonna be here. Let me see something. Maybe not popular. Hoping you're sponsor beef. Nah, man. Listen, there is no beef, man. The bottom line is he's a liar. There's no beef, man. There isn't none. Like, it's all good. I'm good where I'm at, man. I don't need people like that around me. And the fakeness, I can't deal with the fakeness, man. I can't. All you gotta do is keep it real. That's it. It's not hard. A lot of people don't know how to do that. But that's okay. That's their problem, you know? It's all right, man. But a lot of people do know how to keep it real. Shout out to Tommy, man. I appreciate you, my friend. Shout out to there's a lot of people out there. So many people. Luke GTV. There's so many. Big Lou. There's been so many. Paul. Shout out to Paul Tanzo up there in Boston. I'm going to be touching down in Boston this coming year, and it's going to be great. Things are really going to be good. And, you know, shout out to Damien and Hungry Hill. You know, that's going to be spotlighting Springfield and the real Springfield. And that should be a dope series. Paulie's great. I gotta hit him up. Let me see if I can find a video for you guys. I'm sure I got something here I could play for you. Let me see. Well, you guys know I have, I think, 2 more to drop with Jay Dobbins. I'm pretty sure there's 2 more for me to drop. So I'm going to be dropping those pretty soon. And yeah, nah, I'm all set with him, bro. Rewind the video. I'm all set with him. I don't do fake hair pieces and nah. Tell him to show his marriage certificate. Nah. I wouldn't even interview Sammy. I don't want to. He's a jerk off. I have no desire to interview or have anything to do with these jerk offs at all. Like, oh, it's definitely going to be going down. So I'm not sure when it's going to start, but guaranteed it's going to be great. Shout out to them guys. Shout out to Brian Hoyle. Shout out to everybody out there. You got fake ass hair transplant, man. Fucking hair plugs and shit. He's the dude that pops out of the garbage can. That's him. Fuck time for that bullshit. Oh yeah, let me show you this real quick. I want to show you. So I posted a video where I was like, kind of like a year in review type thing. So I'm going to play it for you guys. And this is a little clip. Oh wait, no, this ain't it. It was a different one. It was a different one. You guys like this shit hitting the fan one? Shout out to Jeff Turner. He said interview Anthony Areola. Nah, bro. Money? What the fuck are you talking about? Shut the fuck up, Jeff Crow. Get in the bathroom, you fucking loser. Fucking stupid motherfucker. To the bathroom you go. To the bathroom you go, ATD211. Fucking scumbags, man. Already had Bernstein on. Shout out to Scott Bernstein. I got a response for you right here. Fucking losers. He's the godfather of your hair plugs. I'm sure he is. He's the godfather of my hair plugs. Don't talk about him like that. Turd punching fan. You guys want to see that one?
Make sure you watch Chattin with Staxx today at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Shit's gonna hit the fan.
Staxx, are you good at puzzles? Yeah, I'm great at them, man. Are hilarious. They talk so weird. So there's this other case. Listen to this one. This one's fucking nuts. So this guy bludgeoned. Here, let me share you the screen. This guy bludgeoned a priest to death. You definitely know the way people speak to each other online. Most ain't been locked up at the end of their lives. Definitely haven't. And if they have, they wouldn't talk the way they do or do the shit they do. Like, what? This guy Red, never been locked up. Like, you can tell. All right, check this case out. This one is insane. So this happened in 1999. It says man who bludgeoned Bristol priest to death in 1999 had his 60-year prison sentence commuted to 40 years in prison. 55-year-old priest was bludgeoned to death in 1999. Sentence reduced to 40 years. Connecticut Board of Parole and Pardons made the decision to reduce his sentence. He was convicted of murder death of Reverend Robert Litz. Told the three members that he spent the past 23 and a half years praying to God, asking for forgiveness, that he had not taken his medication in the time of his killing. Olette, who suffers from schizophrenia, wore a crucifix on Wednesday preceding the candlestick to beat Lutz to death on January 24, 1999 at St. Matthew's Church. The priest told him he could not spend the night there and that he would need to go to a homeless shelter. Olette took the victim's clothes and put them on himself and hid the body in the pews. Lutz was 50 years old when he died. It gets crazier, people. I don't even know if I should tell you the whole story because it gets pretty nuts. All right, so it says on the hearing, they described details They say brain spatter was found over the altar, and they opposed the reduction of a sentence. And they said prescribed causes serious and side effects. It was like being in hell for the 55-year-old forensic psychiatrist testified to the fact that he was insane at the time and should not have been found guilty. Disputed, saying the three-judge panel who decided Ouellette's fate rejected the idea of a defense based on the defendant's mental health. The blood-covered clothes and he hit the body, showing that he had done wrong. He knew what he did was wrong. If he didn't know, he wouldn't have been hiding the body and all that. And it says the family is suffers anxiety and everything after this has been brung up. It's crazy. I remember when this happened. So my cousin got arrested for like some car thing, like driving without a license type thing. Put him in the cell, and the dude was in there. He was locked up in the Bristol Police Department the same day. That's my cousin. I had to go down there and get him. I remember. And he said, "Oh, that dude's in there right now." And he's yelling. He was screaming in the cell all night long. I remember that day. So that was a long time ago. 1999. This year is almost over. And I'm just thankful to be where I am. Things are great. And they're only going to get better. So what's good, Tears? How are you, man? Westies, what's up? Yeah, wait till I start getting into the stories that I have for you. When I traveled across the country and different places I've been and situations that I was involved in and managed to get out of. It's crazy. I'm going to explain those situations. I already started recording them, and I'm going to start dropping episode after episode. You guys will see it's pretty good. And I'm still going to be doing the interviews of different famous people, different infamous people, and people who have been in different situations and have overcome their situation. Those are the people that I like to interview. If you haven't already can't tell by now. No, I did not do that picture. My grandmother drew that picture with a pencil. And it's Zeus, I believe. Shout out to Thomas Berryman too. We're supposed to be doing an interview on his show. Maybe I could get him on my show. The statute of limitations applies for all those stories. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All the stories I'm going to be telling are only 7 years and more, man. That's it. All you're getting from me, 7 years and more. So if you want to hear a story from me, it's going to be 7 years and better. What's up, Cindy? How are you? I mean, the things I did weren't, yeah, some of them. But they're good stories. They won't land me in prison, I don't think. Consider it for educational purposes only, and let's say based on true events. Okay? Let's put it that way. We'll say based on true events. What's up, Ricky? How are you? this year is going to be so good. I'm excited for the future. Got a lot of different business opportunities, and been aside for a few years and have not been back since 2004. Damn, it's a long time, bro. Shit. I've been traveling, man. I love traveling different places and getting to know different people. Next year is going to be another year of traveling, and I have different things I got to get done. A lot of work to get done, but it's going to be rewarding on all aspects. And I've been working hard as hell to get to a certain place, and that's why I don't care about if they don't, like, say if one platform doesn't work out for you, you just go to another one. You try to get as many different platforms as you can monetized so that you have different revenues of income. And then you formulate a plan. And if you have a good plan and you can follow through with things that you plan out, then things should work out. But I have a plan for this year, and was flat out on crack, did robberies, robbed all kinds of people, had enough, and now I've changed my ways. Hey, man, that's the only way to do it, bro. You know? I did a lot of things in my drug addiction, and people want to try to bring me down, like, they want to bring me back to who I was. And that's never going to happen because I am not that person anymore. You could do what you want. You could say what you want about me. But the bottom line is I am who I am. And I'm on a positive direction. And no one's going to tip that. And I'm not no tough guy, but you try to tip my shit and you will be fought with resistance. I can guarantee you that. But I'm just blessed to be where I'm at. I'm blessed to have my family in my life and to be able to do the things I'm doing. And I appreciate everyone who checks out my show. A lot of stuff coming. I'm going to drop a video tonight for you guys, so stay tuned. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Till next time. And when this dude calls me back, maybe I'll just jump on another live and we'll get down to business. Peace, everybody. Have a great night.